You came forth into this environment not to make something happen because you knew that was inevitable. So it wasn't a big thing on your list of things to do. You didn't come forth intending to make the world a better place because you saw it as perfect already in its diversity, and you knew that you could carve from it what would be the best from you. You didn't see it as something that was broken that needed to be fixed, or something that was sick that needed to be healed. You saw it as an environment from which you could carve out improvement, and you knew that in that process you would find joy. You knew that no matter where you stood, no matter where you were born, no matter what environment into which you were born, that every environment, whether it is rich or poor, every environment, no matter where it is, every environment has variety among it, and from it comes an improved idea. And you knew that you could get anywhere from anywhere. You knew that you could become anything that life inspired you to be. And we want you to know two really important things. You'll never get it done, and you cannot get it wrong. And the reason you cannot get it wrong is because it is never done. So let's say that you decided, because you're living in the house and there are not nearly enough closets, and the driveway is not pleasing to you, and there's not enough room in your garage for your car or the other car and all the other things. And so as you live in this property, while there are positive aspects, and while you do appreciate the positive aspects, there are things about where you live that you are not appreciating all that much. And every time you feel tight in your garage, you ask for more space. Every time you do not have enough closets, you ask for more closets. Every time that faucet needs to be repaired again, you ask for better plumbing. In other words, now it sounds very mundane, you might say, and not very spiritual, but we say everything that is material is spiritual at basis. So in this exposure to this house, you're asking for more. And over here in your vibrational escrow is a magnificent space coming into actualization for you. So as you are living your exposure to life, and you're asking, and you're asking, and you're asking, and you're asking, now, if you keep beating the drum of what's wrong with this house, you don't allow everything that you're asking for to begin to actualize around you. It's actualizing, and don't worry about somebody swooping in and getting it. They can't. Nobody else has access to what you've put into your vibrational escrow. In other words, they can't get it away from you. But as you continue to focus upon what's wrong with where you are, you hold yourself apart from the improved life experience that you have been asking for. As you begin to try to imagine this improved life experience, as you play games like wouldn't it be nice if, or won't it be nice when, or I'm really going to enjoy this, as you start making an effort to feel the actual feeling of this improved life experience, something will take place in you where, with a little bit of practice, you will begin to feel more like this than you do like this. And then circumstances and events will acquiesce around you, and you will find yourself in a position where you are now able to be in this new space. And you say, isn't that wonderful? Deliberate creation. I wanted it, I got it. And we say, yes, you did. And you also got a new vantage point. You got the improvement that you asked for, but you have evolved now. You're not the same being who was over there wanting this. In the time that it took from you to get over here, you created another vibrational escrow that's over here. And you say, I'm never going to be happy. I'm never going to be satisfied. And we don't say that. We say, you'll never get it done. There's always going to be another future, bigger, better, brighter, better feeling vibrational escrow calling you forward. And the thing that we want you to hear among all of our things put together is that it is that being called forward toward that which the larger part of you has become, that is life. If you can start enjoying that journey between where you are and where you're going, now you've got it. Now you've figured out how to be joyful. And then you understand, maybe for the first time, why it is that people who are living in far different financial circumstances than you are happier than you are. Because the joy doesn't have anything to do with the comparison between you and anybody or everybody else. The joy that you're feeling in any moment has only to do with the vibrational gap between where you're vibrating right now and who you really are. You see how it works? So when you get a bead on this vibrational escrow, when you start understanding that life is going to continually cause you to ask for more, then next time you hear someone goading you, teasing you, prodding you by saying, you know you are the creator of your own reality, and then pushing a little harder by saying, are you enjoying the contrast of your time and place? Are you enjoying the contrast of your time and place? And if you're one of those people who now understands that your vibrational escrow exists because of that contrast, and that the source within you is over there being that and calling you toward it, and you've learned how to reach for the thought that feels better, reach for the thought that feels better, reach for the thought that feels better, so that you are feeling the joy of being swept up by the current that is moving toward all that you have currently become, then you can unequivocally say, yes, I am enjoying the contrast. I appreciate this experience, even though it sort of knocked me on my can, because out of that experience that sort of knocked me over, I felt preference be born. And I'm smart enough to know that when preference is born within me, that the larger part of me has become more, and that loving larger part of me that has become more will now hold that set point of vibration incessantly, and law of attraction will respond to it, and I will be summoned forward into the fullness that life has caused me to be. And I don't have to get over there to be happy. I just have to stop dragging my feet about going. You don't have to get over there into that new house to be happy. You can be joyful thinking about it. You can be joyful feeling appreciation for the positive aspects of where you stand. You could be on your way to a whole new lover and joyful as you appreciate the lover you've got. A lot of people say, oh, I'm afraid if I appreciate the lover I've got, the universe will stick me with this lover. Isn't it better for me to condemn the lover I've got, so the universe will then know I'm not happy and give me the lover I really want? And we say, doesn't work that way. You can't get to something you want by pushing against something you don't want. You have to make peace with where you are. You have to make the best of where you stand. You have to make long lists of positive aspects and look for reasons to feel good and get into a vibrational attitude of appreciation. Even if you're just hopeful, you're on the way, you see. But if you hold yourself in those vibrations of anger, or those vibrations of resentment, or those vibrations of not enoughness, as you let those be the dominant vibrations within you, even though there is a vibrational escrow that is glistening for you, we want so for you to see what you have created that is available immediately to you. When you just let go of the resistance, stop beating the drum of what you don't want, and start reaching for thoughts that feel better. Good. Now you know everything we know. So you have some things you want to talk about. We're eager to talk with you about whatever it is. Nothing is off limits. There is nothing out of order. You will, however, feel an unfolding that will be beneficial. Sometimes something said before we talk to you is better, and sometimes we won't call you forward at all. If you've heard what we just said, then you get it, that all that you are is already in this vibrational escrow, and that this meeting actually gathered before you dragged your physical bodies here. There is nothing that you want to know that we don't know that you want to know. And there is nothing that you've come here wanting to receive that we won't give you here today, whether you sit in the chair or not. The question is, are you receptive to it? And we just want to stick this one little thing in, is that if you get uncomfortable about not being called on, you won't hear the answer that we're giving you. So, well, we're going to begin here and then go here. Stand if you think it's you. You're the one. Come forward. And then you. Stand if you think it's you.